First half, we did some good things offensively. As you guys just talked about, Devin came in and helped us get some separation, shot the ball well. I challenged him before the game in the locker room to jump up and make multiple threes. He did that. I was disappointed we weren't able to carry that over the second half. And as a group, instead of 9 of 16, we're 1 for 13, I believe, the second half, 1 for 14. So disappointed in the way we played in the second half. A couple of positives, though. We rebounded the ball well. We doubled them up and almost got as many offensive rebounds as they got total rebounds. And had 3 guys with double-doubles. Dude did a nice job on the glass, as well as Theo and Isaiah. So the bigs did a good job. We didn't take care of the ball the way we needed to at times, and weren't able to finish the game out the way I would have liked.
Coach, one of the things that did go well in the second half, I thought, was Isaiah's play. Just talk about his progress and feeling comfortable in doing what you're asking him to do.
Yeah, well, he's come in the last 2 mornings at 6 a.m. and done some individual work with our coaching staff, and it's paying off. I mean, he goes against Theo every day, and tonight he had, in 15 minutes or so, he had a double-double. So really encouraged. Ran a play for him early out of a timeout right when he went in, and he missed a dunk. He had a wide-open dunk and just got excited and missed it. But he's getting better, and he did a good job on the glass for us.
Was Devin's MO pure three-point shooter coming in, or is that just like a component of his game?
No, that's one of the strengths that he has. He was able to shoot the ball very well in high school, and on the AAU circuit, the tournament in Atlanta, he had a great tournament, and that's where we first saw him play. And he had narrowed his schools down at that time. I think he visited Wichita State, South Florida, Mississippi State, and Georgia State. And once he became available, then we were looking for a bigger wing that could shoot the ball. He's got good strength too, and he can be a really good defensive player. He's really working at it, and I was pleased the way he got on the floor today. But his strength is definitely shooting the basketball and scoring the ball.
How much, now that you guys have a, legit more than one guy offensive post presence, how much is that opening things up on the perimeter, or will it be going forward as teams are having to pay attention to Theo, Andu, and maybe Richards too?
Well, it's nice that those guys can post up big and seal and catch the ball, and we can play through the post. We didn't start the game off trying to go inside to Theo where we did the first possession, but we wanted to get some movement and get him some touches just out of the flow of the game, and that really didn't happen. He only winds up with 3 shots. So, but it's nice to have those guys in there can score on drop-offs for sure, and then score easy buckets on offensive rebounds.
Coach, I think 29 of your 39 rebounds were offensive glass, and I look back through your numbers. In the past, you guys were like 30% offensive rebounds. This year, you're over 50%. And I know offensive rebound, a lot of that is schematic and is kind of a game plan. Are you changing anything, or is this just how the cookies are crumbling?
It's just the way that it's falling, Andrew. They have more length. We've got bigger guys up front than we've had in the past. It's something we try to recruit, and we've achieved that. And then to get 2 big guys like the 2 we got certainly has been a plus for us. But we try to triangle up and rebound on the offensive end, something that I learned as a young coach from Sonny Smith when he was at Auburn, and it's always helped us. Fortunately, we had 6 years in a row, we had a double-figure rebounder in Sean Long 4 years and Bryce for a couple of years. And, heck, we've got the leading top 2 rebounders, I think, in Sun Belt history between those 2 guys. So it's always been a staple of our game plan.
Because y'all have more depth, is Dude just able to play on more, maybe more in the paint, and that's why he seems to be so much more of a big force as a rebounder, or is he just – it seems like he's a little bigger and stronger as well?
Well, he was tonight. He is. He's a guy that can move, and he's good catching in the paint, playing off 2 feet and slowing down a little bit, and he was able to do that and get into a nice rhythm. tonight. He also got a couple of transition buckets. He's such a good runner. And I challenged him before the game to have another big rebounding game. You guys saw it the other day. He did it at New Orleans. He's done it in practice every day. Really tickled to death with the way he's rebounding the basketball. And at halftime, I think he had 11. We were trying to get him to 20. And I teased him outside that one. He Moses Malone there late to get a free one, missing the bunny. He did a really good job on the glass. But dude's versatile, can make a three-point shot. Hurt his hand the other night in the game against LSUS, and it's heavily bandaged. He's got a big blister on his hand, and it's affected his shooting a little bit, especially from the free throw line.
So as far as, I mean, I guess it's just going to take time to everyone to kind of mesh to get the turnovers down. Is that what you're thinking, or?
Well, we've got to get better. I mean, we've got to value the basketball. We're going to put some more offense in. We've not again filled up the playbook offensively. We're kind of waiting and trying to get in some games and play a little bit and see exactly how we're going to attack it. And we'll add to that. That should help a little bit. But just we can't throw the ball through people. We try to make the home run play too often instead of making a solid basketball play. And you know, Dew made one today. He bounced the ball between big guys' legs. Isaiah caught it, turned and scored in the post. But just need to make the simple play, and those numbers will go down. That's for sure.
I know part of it tonight was because of the margin, but nobody over 30 minutes. Do you feel like you can get more quality minutes out of your guys because of the depth, and they're not, having to play heavy minutes where, sometimes they're just on the floor, frankly, too long?
Yes, and we've played last year. We had to go heavy minutes with Cedric Malik and didn't want to do that, but we had no choice. And now we have more depth, and we're able to do that and play guys more minutes and rest them. And the minutes fell the way they did tonight. Tim, part of it was we were pulling them out for bad plays. So way too much substitution for me tonight, but we've got to learn how to value the ball and get better. And know that we've got a teammate that can come in behind us and pick up the slack. And that's what Butts and Isaiah did tonight.
Coach, tell us a little bit about Tech.
Well, they have a good team. Most of their players are from Texas and Arkansas. Caleb Ledoux, who played here at Lafayette Christian, really good player, went with his brother to McNeese. We passed on him out of high school, and then he wanted to come here as a transfer. We passed again. He went to Tech. He's a very good player. So this will be the third game in a row that we've had someone close to home, from Kadavian Evans to Jordan Atabutu to Caleb Ledoux. Caleb's a really good player, can score the ball. He had a good year last year. And they've got other guards, too, that have played well. Archibald's a good player, to name one. They've got a post player from Texas that we recruited a little bit, named Lofton. Big kid, reminds you of Justin Miller. He's about 6'7", 270, and can really score on the low block. Lefty, just knows how to play. So, but they're guard-oriented. They lost Bracey, who was really good last year, but they've still got very good players, and it'll be a conference-type atmosphere for us, and that's the way we're going to approach it. It's a big game for us and a big game for them. They lost their first road contest on Saturday to LSU, did not shoot the ball well at all. Their starters, I believe, were 7 for 38, so they're going to have a hard time beating anyone shooting the ball like that. But we'll get their best shot just like we have every other team we played.
Coach, I know, like, everybody in here is pretty – with the whole social distancing thing is pretty spaced out, and the numbers are low, but, as you guys look at scheduling and the risk of losing games or not losing games, how concerned, if at all, are you that, like, more than half the people in here are just ignoring the whole mask thing as far as your fans go?
Well, I don't really noticed that, to be honest. I mean, I'm glad you said something because I'll take notice of it, but we're just focused on the game. Our guys are wearing masks. We're doing everything we need to do. And we've got testing in the morning at 9 o'clock. It's the first thing that we'll do in the morning. one of our many times a week that we test. And hopefully we can get another good result tomorrow from our testing and just keep staying within our bubble and doing what we're doing within our group. And I did tell the guys tonight before the game that this is an opportunity. You don't know that you're going to have a guaranteed opportunity in the future. So there's always a possibility. Teams are closing down left and right across the country. And, we want to be safe and put the students' health and that's the most important thing to us. But it's always a concern that we could lose games going forward.